Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the testimony you will give? So help me God.
I do. Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Rozelle. Now I'm here with my boy
Roman Christopher.
I'm also here with my boy.
Yaiko.
And you already know what it is, yo. This is 860's Blunt Truth, where we tell nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth. Let's get it. Yo, mama, that going, papa, that wrong. That nigga right there was a deadbeat. That shit right there made me headstrong. Big girl brother be bugging. He come with a bunch of drama. Understand, bro. I don't understand how y'all could not have subscribed by now or do more liking or, sharing or commenting by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know we've given y'all some dope shows. Like, facts. I know we've given y'all some dope shows.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them had some technical difficulties, but when you're talking about overall content, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Either we drunk, or we high, or we both, or we nothing. Like Chris over here, Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Tony Starks. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever the case may be, we give it to you raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on with the likes and the subscribes, yo? We need to know.
Enough.
Yeah, it don't add up, yo.
All the
It don't add up, yo.
You're crazy. But yeah.
And those of y'all who have like checked out our show and who have joined us and have subscribed, we appreciate y'all. And those who haven't, yo, I mean, come on, like he said, man, Rozelle's right to the point. Blunt truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna come and talk to me in the street about my show, but I'm not seeing your comments where they belong, then don't come and talk to me. Don't, at least not about the show. You want to talk to me about anything else? Cool. But don't come and talk to me about the show in person. You want to talk to me about my show, you talk to me about our show on the comments. Period. That's it.
Facts. And this is a very small word. I mean, you got some letters, but it's still small, yo. And it's called support, yo. We local. We out here where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? What, you don't want to see niggas from where y'all from make it? Doing something positive? I mean, come on. I mean, we're not in this shit for the millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? But we in it for the support. We in it to know that y'all appreciate what we're doing for y'all. Cause we do it for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, facts.
Facts.
Yeah, real talk.
And with that being said, welcome back to 860's Blunt Truth, episode 36. We at 36, y'all.
That's wild, man. I remember episode what, like, I don't remember that episodes. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm always high. But I tell you what, though, when we started episode 1, I never thought 36 would be around the corner like this.
Yeah. And not to mention we have a lot of lost tapes that still ain't get put out yet.
So did the truth. When we started this, and we said, let's give it a go, I think that I would appreciate working with these two dudes as much as I do, you know what I'm saying? Every week, giving it to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Non-stop, bang, bang, bang. And we at 36 episodes right now.
Thanks.
And if y'all do some more supporting, some more liking, some more commenting, that ain't gonna hurt you, yo. Come on now, it's 2025. Let's stop acting like kids and let's show some support. If you hear us say something that you don't like, comment, or I don't think that's right what you said, bro. Or if you agree, yo, you right on point. You know what I'm saying? Or if you know somebody who the story reminds you of that we're talking about. I had a friend who went through that. Like, talk to us.
Yo, in fact, I'll even go as far as to tell y'all, feel free to let us know what you think of the structure of our show. Do you appreciate the information that we're giving? Do you feel like you need more information or less information? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the reality is, we want to be able to give you guys what y'all want, But we can't do that if you don't talk to us. Right? It's like any relationship. If you don't have communication, it ain't gonna go nowhere. So you letting us know through support, through the right channels, all that other, like, it's gonna help the show grow more, build faster, and it can give you all the content that you're looking for. Because right now, look, we do what we gotta do. We struggle to get by just like y'all. And I'm not hating y'all for that. But the reality is you can't get better quality content until you start getting support, right? So if we don't hear from y'all, we ain't getting the support, and we can't do our jobs to satisfy the knowledge that y'all are trying to attain. So work with us to work with y'all. Help us help you.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm sorry.
That's how we're supposed to do an event.
Yeah. Nobody hit us.
No, it
Yep.
popping.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. And it would have been popping. It would have, I guarantee you, would have been popping, but ain't nobody hitting us up. Nobody's commenting. Nobody's liking. Nobody. Why would I spend my time and effort to do something for people who are just going to show up? You know what I'm saying? To have a good time on my dime, but not really show support.
The shit is, we was offering for artists and for comedians to come on stage and show their talents too. So it's not like it was just for us.
Right. The
Man,
objective was to get other
We
people
trying to
to
put
shine.
put Connecticut on the map, which is what everybody out here should be trying to do. Put Connecticut on the map. So let's be honest, guys. We're not doing this for, like I said, for the money, but we did want to like buy a little Chihuahua and name him BT. And he could be he could be our mascot. But you guys won't let us do that. What's going on, yo? Yo, subscribe for BT, man. Subscribe for BT, yo. Yo, Blood True, Chihuahua, yo. You heard me? Shit. And then you can help us name him. He can either be BT, A60, or you can help us name him something else. You know what I'm saying? I think about it, bro. He can be jumping from lap to lap and shit. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. Like we could actually set it up so that whichever one of y'all gives the best name that fits the show and can tie it to a dog, right? Well, fuck it. We can just do it that way. You know what I'm saying? You send us something in the comments.
yeah.
Send us names in the comments. So give us suggestions. You know what I'm saying? And we will pick the one that we like the best. We'll talk about the names. We'll talk about the person who sent us the name. So if you happen to be an artist, send us some of your info. We'll throw you a promo. We just ask for the shares and the likes in the comments. That's all we're asking for.
Big facts. All right, so let's get into it. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Blunt Truth, episode 36. We are back, and I am your moderator slash instigator, Roman Christopher. This is the master debater, never been a hater, Yaiko. And of course, we got the old
man with the cold plan,
Isaiah.
the educator.
We're gonna set it up like this. So truth hurts. There's something
wrong with our school system.
I don't know. Something could be wrong there.
Oh
Son,
yeah, nah,
it's
we
definitely
got.
wrong. Fuck it. There's nothing wrong with our school system. There's something wrong with the system area, bro.
I'll
Look.
tell you right now. For those of y'all who don't know what we talking about, it's gonna go right into this topic here.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
right here.
Truth is that's what we at, right? Truth is, my bad. Truth hurts, my bad. So the truth is gonna hurt, right? Because once upon a time, it was men always being the center of every single sexual assault or sexual abuse charge. And suddenly we're seeing a little flip in the script, and now it's become women getting involved with minor children and having full blown relationships, like they got husbands and everything at home, and they having these full blown side relationships with these kids. um so I know we talked about before on our show, women getting arrested for sleeping with dogs, now with your kids. And it takes me back to a theory that was introduced to me that I think I might have mentioned on a earlier episode about the school systems eventually being shut down completely. And everybody said, nah, that's impossible. How could that happen? And now you see in this situation where once upon a time, like I said, it was men and there needed to be more guarantee on the safety of your children's welfare. But now you have to worry about female predators, and who knows how long that's been going on for. Um, so the reality is a lot of this stuff is getting swept under the rug, but now it's all coming forward. And when you think about it psychologically, the one thing that I learned this lifetime about human beings is this: if you throw something at them that they don't agree with, or you tell them they got to do it, they will rebel, right? But if you slowly introduce problems into a situation and magically come up with a solution for that problem, which would probably be, oh, well, if you guys are feeling unsafe about sending your kids to school, we'll shut the system down. Well, then that begs the question, was the school system ever worth having open to begin with? So I leave it to you guys. I would love to hear your opinion on what y'all think is going on with this. If there's any, if what I'm saying has merit, or if it's just crazy nonsense. But I want to hear the truth from y'all. So y'all go ahead, Rozelle, hit me with it, man.
Instance. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. No, I mean, there's some truth in it, bro. You know, honestly, I just had a brain fire and forgot what you're talking about. No, 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 no. No, for real though, for real. No, seriously though. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You want to do a briefing real quick,
I
guys?
was thinking about what I was gonna say. It's so hard. I forgot everything else.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal.
I'm gonna hand it to the instigator,
Yeah, he'll hand it back to
and
me.
and he gonna hand it to you because I guarantee you he gonna get us going somehow. I want to see how he does it. So instigator, go for it.
So personally, these niggas is lucky, bro. These niggas lucky as hell, man. Come on, man. Y'all ain't never had a fine teacher. Y'all was like, damn. Bro. What happened?
Listen. This proves my point. He don't listen to me. He don't listen to me when I talk. Because as soon as I start talking, he tune me out.
No, bro.
Oh,
You said something though. He was like, oh yeah.
You started talking, bro, and then I started thinking about a situation that. No, never that. Never that. Never that.
fine, though. I definitely just sparked some shit. I didn't even do nothing.
No, I think
well, y'all. I don't know.
no, I think he wanted us to go at it early already. So he used you as a catalyst. Because he knew that
I might have.
Yeah, I might have. I foresee everything. I'm like the Oracle, dog. I'm the fucking Oracle, you know what I'm saying? See it all before it happens.
Yeah, but in all on the real though. Yo, this is some bomb shit, all right? I got this today. I'm sipping on a little amaretto sour. There was a birthday celebration not too long ago, so I'm still in the vibes, and chilling. But no, but in all for realness now, like I said, going back to the rumor that was spread around that school systems are going to be shut down across the nation. Do you think that is plausible? The reason for them being able to do that is by utilizing tactics like this to set our minds easily into the idea of it. I do. I think it's I think it's a plan. It's like you go to buy a house, 10-year plan. Something like that.
Bro. I mean, I don't think it's a plan. I believe they're going to shut it down because they're shut it down. I'm going to tell you why they shut it down in a minute. But I was thinking about like teachers. I'm sorry, that's what I was thinking about. We was talking. And I went back. And teachers been fucking students. Teachers been fucking students since when I was a student in high school. Nigga, and that was 35, 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When I that was even longer than that. No. 5 years ago. Don't be forgetting. No. See, my math's fucked up. I've been so long. Like 38.
No,
yeah, but anyway, that's beside the point. The point is,
you know what I'm saying?
The point is, we had teachers fucking students when I was going to school. You know what I'm saying? What it is that I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. it's females got niggas, white teachers, teachers, women have husbands that no longer look at them. You know what I'm saying? In that way. You know what I'm saying? They're busy at the gun range. They're
Like I'm here to go. Yeah.
they're busy at the gun range. They're there with their boys, you know what I'm saying, playing poker, you know what I'm saying? And they're not really paying the woman too much attention because you know what? Us men, we're in our prime at like 19, 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? We're in our prime. So we are banging everything and squirting. Can I finish, bro?
But I just want to don't forget.
One of the kids was actually in the age range of like 12. So that's like mad young right there.
My solid, bro. So now,
Where he get started.
shit, I mean, goddamn.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. So now, I mean, I'm allowed to run off topic, can't I? Shit.
My bad. Yeah, you right.
There's a meaning in it. So they've been fucking niggas since forever, yo. Cause they husband don't want them no more, yo. And niggas lose their drive early in the game. Early in the game. They may still get a hard on. They may still fuck some shit, but the drive ain't the same no more. It's only in certain niggas got that monster drive. Other niggas got pop, you know, saying blue pills and purple dolphins, you know, kind of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? To get their shit right. But young niggas, early 15, 16, 17, these niggas is jackrabbits. You know what I'm saying? So teachers in their 40s, 50s, who husbands ain't fucking no more, really know this shit. Now they go to school some tight shit on, and this nigga, hey, Mrs., you look really nice. And she looking down this little nigga's print. Cause she knows what she's looking for. Nobody else see it, but she knows what she's looking for. And he all right. He enough. Maybe even more than a husband. She'll give him some. Who's gonna give it to her no more? Of course. And then once they teach him how to really fuck, she fall in love. This little young nigga is fucking the shit out of me. Cause you see, they'll have kids and will have the kid.
So what about the trophy?
Nigga, what the hell was you trying to fucking? I was 12, 13 when I started fucking.
Yeah.
Exactly. So niggas know what the fuck they doing at 12, 13. So he know how to fuck, and she wants some dick. It's been happening throughout. It has nothing to do with the government wanting to control schools, bro. Now the reason why they didn't want to drop schools and all that shit, yo, is because they don't want us, the American people, to know anything. They want to just. I mean, they tried so many different ways to stunt our growth as people. You know what I'm saying? To make us less than, and yet we just keep striving. This motherfucker like they keep pushing forward, and they can't figure out what the fuck to do. So now you know what? We've been lied to them about how shit went down. Now that's not even working. We might as well just stop teaching niggas everything. Fuck it. Shut that shit down. The power that be, nigga, who think they is?
I don't know, because you just said a second ago that the government had nothing to do with shutting down the schools. That is the power that be. So I was just asking who.
I said, see, here we go. Now, come on, listening. If this ass not to
Oh,
listen,
I'm listening.
if you don't listen, I said the government had nothing to do with women fucking teenagers. They've been doing that. As I said, damn, it got nothing to do with. I said the government got nothing to do with females fucking students. That nothing whatsoever to do with that. And that has nothing to do with them wanting to shut down schools. And I stand on that.
Okay. But if you listen to when I introduced the topic and remember what the topic was, I had said that there reporting it now and introducing it and using it as an excuse to start shutting down schools. I didn't say that it wasn't already happening and that like they of course it was happening, but they kept it quiet.
Touche. I was listening. I was thinking
Oh,
about
y'all,
I think
it's a new
beginning to it's so not sure what y'all can write.
touche. You know?
Hold up. How many do you think I lost?
Oh, I mean, according to Ross,
Damn. No, I mean I'm quarter to you, sir. You said it.
I gotta go back and watch the shows that you ain't watch yet.
Wow.
It's gonna take a while.
Touche. Touche. But I gotta be honest with y'all, and maybe this all right. I want to hear from y'all out there who's watching right now. You tell me if this is stupid or not. I just cannot watch myself. I just there's something about it that it just skeeves me out. I'm just like, this is weird. Is it just me? I mean, do you guys understand, or am I just fucking weird? Like, hey, let me know. I don't care.
For those that do watch the show, you know what I'm saying? Let us know what y'all think if y'all be the same way. But me personally, I feel like you don't even gotta watch yourself, you can just listen to it. And I feel like it also helps you grow as a personality in what you do, you know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody got their own feelings towards it. So, you know, I don't know. Razo, you did your screen freeze? Oh, okay, it's moving. It looked like
Oh, tell me why just now in that that pose that he was just in, he looked like fucking Big Pun. I mean, Big Pun, Biggie Smalls. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. But he looked like Biggie Smalls, like in that paint scene where he was kind of like sitting back for a minute there with a joint. Yo, I swear to God, watch. You're gonna see the moment, and you're gonna make a short out of it. It's gonna be around this time. Like rewind this shit a few. You'll see it. Yo, it was crazy, yo. I swear.
Don't resist.
They might miss Christmas, make runs, we clap guns, we made nothing. Yeah. I mean, there's only a few MCs I ever like. There's only a few songs I ever like memorized. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of those niggas who only memorized very few selective songs.
The messenger on the map, he said, "What up?"
He said he has to watch himself. Yeah, I have to watch myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then if you do have some flaws, you won't know what to fix if you're not paying attention to yourself.
You guys tell me. I'm not here to tell you nothing, bro.
Yeah.
If I ever see my company anything, I'll definitely be on their back. I'm in line. I expect you to do the same.
With the headphones.
Of course, I'm here for that.
Because you know, and honestly, I thrive on that kind of feedback. Because if y'all tell me something about myself, like that I don't notice about me, like even if I say some stupid ass shit and it's just not making sense, y'all always let me know that. You know what I'm saying? Even during the show, it's like, yo, the way you just said that. So trust me, I get it. Like I expect the feedback always from everybody, even y'all out there. Like, yo, talk to me. Like, you know, I want to hear from y'all.
You know, and we try to, tell you about yourself without telling you about yourself and making it seem like niggas is being rude and shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's never the objective. You know what I'm saying?
And vice versa. Hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? Which is what makes success happen. Because a lot of people are just yes men, and we don't do that over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, man.
We don't do those things.
With that being
being said, I know y'all was having like
somehow, some way, about you saying the government didn't do it, had nothing to do with it, and then so you guys are past it already. Y'all got to solve the issues.
We got past it because I agree with Razel said. It had been going on for a long time. It depends on what they decide they want to put out there. And in my opinion, if I wanted my plan to succeed and I wanted to embed that seed into people's minds psychologically, I would start with, okay, let's put this information out now. Like women are doing this stuff too. We're gonna make it public, make people feel really unsafe. So we did school shootings. We introduced relations with male and female students. Now we're introducing relationships with female teachers and male students, and then later they're gonna introduce same sex relationships. You watch, it's systematic and it's all designed to get you to feel like I'm gonna homeschool my kids, and then it gets you so used to being inside that when you actually wind up in a concentration camp, it ain't even gonna matter. You're gonna be so docile and controlled that they're gonna look at you and be like, "Go do this," and you're gonna go and do it, and that's it. There's no rebellion. They beat us down.
So he
So it
said
said in the chat that you have to be able to.
yourself. It's called growth. And with that being said, though, we're gonna let Rozelle keep going with what he was saying before you started getting at him and shit about the government. Unless he forgot. He might have forgot, you know.
So that, I'm Palestine. What's going on over here?
Yo, but you notice I already said we passed it, and he brought it up again.
Well, no, because
Whoa! I kind of. Oh,
we wanted to hear what he had to say, you know. That's all. Oh, he forgot. He forgot.
No, I didn't. It's just, do you really remember? What I was saying was that they want us dumb, man. They want us dumb. So when it's time to overthrow us, you know what I'm saying? We would be just like he said, easy and bendable to whatever suggestions they may make. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so damn stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I totally agree with what he was saying. And that was like pretty much what I was saying, that they want us to be less than. So it's easy for them to overthrow. That's all.
I agree with that.
that. I feel personally too.
I feel like
They're
they're
masters at what they do.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like they're masters at what they do. Like one thing we can never discredit the powers that be is that they really know what the fuck they're doing. They really know how to do what they do well. And if I'm being honest, what better way to attack something but than to attack the kids in schools when you know that they're the next generation. There's a lot of stuff that you won't be seeing as far as the adult goes that you won't be seeing behind the scenes that they might not even report to you. And thirdly, our kids are in school more than they are at home, if you really think about it. So it's a better way to manipulate everything. Now it's going to get to a point where they're going to give all this stuff to our kids, which they're going to gain subconsciously and bring it home when they start shutting down these schools. So where now they're like, all right, let's brainwash these kids or let's give these kids all this negative shit. And then let's send them off to their families and just leave them there the whole time so that it's like chickens running around with their heads cut off. The parents don't know why the kids are like this and what's going on with the kids and this and that because there's a certain system that was in play already that they just completely destroyed and got out of there. So now the kids and the parents are having troubles amongst each other and they won't even know how or why. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion though. You know what I mean? I don't know. How you feel about that?
I mean, I agree with a good majority of everything you guys have been saying. Like, there's actual studies that prove children preschool and under, a friend of mine was telling me this, like children preschool or whatever the case may be, they're like their IQ levels are certain, like they're mad smart. Like they can figure mad shit out, mad easy, quick, like problem solve, like no problem, whatever, at a young age, right? But then as they continue on in the school system, for every grade that they go up, their IQ drops. By the time that they graduate, they're like we just said, docile and just whatever they're told to do, they do. They don't think for themselves. Why do you think why do you think that is? Like you're getting dumber what they're teaching you. That's because it's going against the direct nature of everything you're supposed to be and who you are. And when you do that, you kill your spirit. When you kill your spirit, you're broken. Your body can be as strong as you want it to be. You can be a physical athlete all your life, but if your spirit is not strong enough to say no and believe in yourself and master your own power, you're done. And that's what they want. They've always wanted that. They break your spirit, they have control over you. Plain and simple.
Facts. So yeah, I mean, truth be told though, there's a lot more stuff going on around the world, not just in schools and things like that. There's also some things going on in Yellowstone, from what I understand. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna let Rozelle get into that and let you guys know exactly what's going on.
This, yo, this nigga is the greatest. Yeah, like, yo, it's, yo, the commentating skills, dog. The mediating skills, dog, is impeccable.
I appreciate it.
It's fucking impeccable, dogs. Like for real. Like yo, like I mean, like yo, this dude. Here you go. Like I got ready. I heard him say, "Truth be told, around the world, I knew where he was going with it. I just said, man, watch it all be formulated like a fucking puzzle, yo. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yellowstone. Just to bug y'all niggas out if y'all don't know nothing about this. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, the crevices and all that. Allegedly, you know, they're saying that there's videos, right, of mountain lions, I believe, was just like exiting Yellowstone. This is last week. Okay, now 2 days later, 3 days later, mad grizzly bears just started migrating out of Yellowstone.
Mhm.
Then 2 days after that, the bison started migrating out of Yellowstone. And wolves, I guess, whatever, or whatever they are. There's another animal that was recorded migrating out of Yellowstone. Now, if you think about if this is true, there has to be a fucking reason because that cannot be a coincidence. Now, a lot of people don't know that Yellowstone Park, which I never knew, Yellowstone Park is not this big grand park that you would think it is. It's actually a fucking super volcano.
Hmm.
And it's called the continent killer because if it was to blow, it'll wipe out Wyoming, Kentucky, I believe Utah.
Now, where's the so where's Yellowstone? Gotcha.
So ask yourself what's going on because this is paper. Now, I thought about it. Was to blow. It was a super volcano, right? It would dot out the sun. The hinge in the sky would dot out the sun for at least 3 days.
Kind of like the arrows,
Was it 300?
Kind of like, yeah,
right?
kind of like the 3 days of darkness that God says coming before the end of the days. So I mean, that's what I thought about immediately. Like the animals are leaving, and this is gonna blow. If it blows, the sun's going for 3 days. We're in darkness for 3 days. The Father said, "Beware of the 3 days of darkness that is upon y'all," because it's written in Revelations. So I mean, it could be biblical with all the animals leaving the way they are. It could just be freaking nature. My question is, what do you think it is, Jaco?
That's a lot to unpack. So we got three aspects to it. We've got the man's side to it, right, or the human being's outlook to the situation to try to rationalize it is well, plate shifting, whatever, whatever, we'll be okay, everything will be fine. Um, but like Razel said, if this is going on to the biblical side of it all, if this is biblical and the 3 days of darkness is upon us, then wouldn't you think that there's, everything else is going to happen too? I believe that it would. Like I said, they don't put information out there um needlessly. You know what I mean? Like if they're giving you a playbook, they're gonna tell in my opinion, a spiritual war, they have to tell you the rules. They have to tell you what they're doing. It's up to you to listen and then free will, like it just goes back to that every single time. So the reality is the battle of the souls are always within ourselves and the choices that we make. Being able to live with yourself and still love yourself because and I'm starting to believe this more and again it comes from like reading a lot of research that I've been doing lately has been more towards like Gnostic studies. I haven't gone back and dived into all the other ones, and I definitely have not even thought about researching. Oh my God, which one is that with the king that could control like demons or whatever? Can't think of it right now, but man, I'm not trying to get into that kind of shit. I kind of freaks me out a little bit, but I've been thinking about it more, and it's like they talk about unconditional love, and that the true God of creation of all things, it loves all unconditionally, right? So then it says that to you, and then later on it says, but you have to do this and you have to worship or else you will be punished. So which one is it? Does he love you unconditionally or are there conditions? Because it sounds like there's conditions. Now the true creators already said, I love you unconditionally. They put in all this other stuff that, you know what I'm saying? It switches it up a little bit. So then it makes you question and doubt. That's where the free will comes into play. But in my opinion, if you follow that choice and love yourself unconditionally, that's the love that God has for itself and us. Like we have to love ourselves, is what I'm trying to get at. We create our own hells. So in the back of your mind when something tells you you're going to do something or something's going to happen, you've already made a choice. And the problem that we have with it is that we have a hard time understanding why we made the choice, so we can't accept the choice. You have to start to recognize who you are and accept your soul, and stop letting it be controlled. Think outside of what you've been taught and forget everything you've been taught to learn to be who you're meant to be. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna hand it over. I'm so listen, I'm so like messed up right now. Keep it a buck. I haven't drank and smoked at the same time that I'll just keep jabbering on. So I'm gonna pass this off to the instigator, my bro Roman Christopher, because I'm sure he got a lot to say.
Well, I'm glad you caught yourself because it was definitely going off into the barbershop talk into a whole different.
Let him go. Let's let him go. Let's let him go.
My question is though, are they shutting down Yellowstone Park because the Rangers are having sex with 12-year-old cubs in the
No.
that the government.
Off to the left somewhere.
All right.
Look, number one rule is if the animals are going in one direction, you should probably follow in that path.
Sad, yo. Hey, yo, everybody from Wyoming, exit that away. You heard me?
Or the complete opposite way because they might be hungry. I'm just saying, y'all got to figure it out, but don't stay where you are because something ain't right. But the reality is, though, right? If they are leaving this area, right, that means there's going to be a lot more animals roaming around the cities eventually. Because if you're looking at animals now, like I used to do tree work too. When I was doing tree work, we were cutting down a lot of their homes a lot of the homes, man. And like now you're seeing bears more in the streets. You're seeing moose around the streets more. Wolves, coyotes. We have mountain lions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're starting to see these things a lot more. So for me personally, I do keep this in the back of my mind because that shit puts fear for my kids, man. I ain't gonna lie, they could be walking to school and they see a wolf. Then what? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be having animals roaming the cities pretty soon. The way it's looking, it's crazy. Hey, you guys remember that? You remember that bear that
was found in that hotel downtown
to the tree? You guys heard about that?
What's that hotel down there by CBS?
Oh, you talk about that little inn?
Yeah,
Red Inn, right?
No, something red, something.
Is it?
Is it Red Inn?
Red Inn.
But
it's something red.
Red roof.
Red. Oh, there you go. Red Inn.
Oh, here in Britain. There was a bear in a tree. You guys didn't hear about that shit? The shit was in a tree chilling, bro. The shit was scared, obviously, but it was in a tree, and there was people passing by the shit all the time, bro. And the shit's just in a tree, and somebody happened to find the shit. I don't know what happened afterwards, but somebody actually seen it. Like, oh shit, that's a bear. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Like, imagine that wildlife in the city, and we got to deal with not only niggas out here being hungry watching your plate, but now we got to worry about animals being hungry and getting your ass too.
Yeah, and the day's famine is gonna be the next thing to come. So if the animals ain't finding nothing to eat where they at, or everything's being cut down, and because think about how would you decrease a population or get rid of a population on a global scale? You cut the food source.
Yeah.
Who's in control of the food source? Who implemented eminent domain back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, so somewhere around that timeline where all the farmland suddenly got taken away by the government. And families of like 16, 20 had to go live in these one bedroom apartments and try to figure out how they're going to get jobs to pay bills, and everybody's trapped in a little ass space. It was wild. Why did they have big families? So they could till and work the farmlands. That's why, in case y'all were questioning that. I know some people might have questioned that, and I didn't explain that, but it's crazy, yo. Like, if they took control of the farmlands, and they're responsible for the food, and if they're responsible for the food, you get what I'm saying? It put two and two together.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, I'm actually appreciative that you brought that up because I was watching this show called Blind Spot.
I don't know if y'all watched it. I don't know if the viewers out there,
but this show is crazy. Yeah, you gotta watch this, bro. Like, I'm only on the first season.
Well, actually, I just jumped onto the second season, episode 1.
Yeah, they came on 20, right? There was a few episodes that I want to elaborate on. One episode, I'm gonna try to make it brief too. One episode, they were speaking on how we have drones flying over America, and they said something about their drones having weapons, and then the politician said, yeah, that's for emergency situation in case everything goes wrong. That's last resort. So this was 2020, right before the pandemic. And then the pandemic happens, and we have drones now flying over everywhere. There was another episode where the scientists, the greatest scientists in America, two top scientists of the corporation, took one jar from each disease that is out here that has been known to man, and they tried to blow this thing up in the middle of New York City, I believe it was, and they tried to infect everybody out there so that they can decrease the population. And one scientist also was trying to infect himself so that he can go on a plane and fly over the world and infect everybody, because now this goes to your point, because he said somebody has to do it. If nobody else has the balls to do it, I have to do it, because we're gonna die from famine if I don't, because it's gonna be too much population. You know what I'm saying? So these are a couple of the episodes that I was watching that I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's bugged out how that, and there was also one, the last one, there was a flight that was sounding like the Bermuda Triangle flight, that got lost. The plane got lost, and nobody found parts. Nobody found bodies. Nobody found anything. So nobody know what happened to the plane. And eventually, they found this plane in an area where you would not think in the part of the I don't know, I forgot what part of the world it was, but in an area you would not think to look. And this plane was 100% intact. Everything was fine, and all the passengers were still alive, and they were all held captive. And they happened to be a scientist that was a plane. She was I forget exactly what it was, but there was a pilot and there was a lady that knew how to make satellites, and she made Earth satellites as opposed to flying satellites. And what they did was they were going to attach a rocket to this plane. Once it hit 60,000 feet, it was going to launch the rocket. The rocket was going to do the rest. It was going to shoot out these satellites that were going to destroy the satellites of America and cause a big EMP, because that's the only way that they can attack America and be successful. So this is 2020. You know, there's 5 seasons, so I'm sure there's one that came out this year. But this is 2020 before the pandemic. So, Yaiko, I want to get what your thoughts are on this topic, because it looks like Rozelle might be out for the count. Oh, shit. He hears everything you're saying, guys. He hears everything.
I'm serious, bro.
Yeah, I told you. Nothing about Rozelle when his eyes are closed. He hears everything you are saying.
Yo,
Even if he can't hear him. So that's funny. That was funny. I found
didn't even say
no, but shit, I'm saying is that y'all know that I'm on topic. I'm just,
look at speaking.
see what happened? You see what happened, right? You see what happened, right?
You guys.
Yo, I see what he's trying to do. I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing.
Exactly.
I see what he's doing. Go ahead, Raza. You want to take this one?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I just let you guys know that I was on point with everything.
Shit.
Yeah, so, you can go ahead and take the topic, bro. I'm just chilling, bro.
That's how I usually go first. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I want the people to know I was just trying to follow the format. That's all.
Yeah, no, I was saying I was being gracious today. Like, you go first and happen it.
Oh, you know what? I will accept your hospitality, sir. All right. So this whole situation with finding a bear in the city, that's crazy as hell, because I was literally driving through. If y'all know anything about Connecticut, especially like the New Britain area, there's a reservoir where you can kind of just drive through, chill. There's no farmland and stuff. Yo, a straight up bear is coming out the woods as I was driving through that area. I mean, not the first time I've seen a bear out here, but you know, it's just like a surprise, because I'm like, yo, there's farms out here, like kids come and visit, and you know they picking out apples and all sorts of stuff. Like if you got bears running around, you can't do that no more. That affects business.
Thanks.
Yeah,
They're running scared.
yeah. Like it looks like they're really trying to get away from something. I'm like, yo, I'm seeing this. Like you see the panic in the birds. Yo, I saw a bird out here recently. I don't even know what species of bird it was. It was the strangest bird I've ever seen in my effing life, bro. But it looked so predatory. Like I've never seen a bird like this in Connecticut before. But it was like a cross between a turkey, a rooster, and a fucking eagle. It was weird, bro.
The turkey and the eagles. You know, that's like a joke. A turkey, an eagle, and a rooster walked into a bar one day.
It's probably a spliced animal that got out the land.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, like, yo, if these animals are running, they running from something. I'm not saying run with them, but follow them. At least understand that they running scared for a reason. Have a plan. Listen, I'm paying attention. I'm really thinking like we about to have to do some Noah's Ark, like get on a boat, go out to sea. Like if that's a volcano and it's gonna demolish everything, you got to gather up your resources. You better learn how to fish real fast, and live out on a boat for a few years until all that magma cools down and the earth starts anew.
So what's your
It's only gonna kill like 3 continents. So we're good over here. But still, Yeah, for those who live in the area, it said that it wouldn't be able to be re-inhabited or you know what I'm saying approved for living for at least 4 to 5 years after. So so there's no just running back to it. But if it did blow, you know that's like lights out for those who don't make it.
Yo.
Oh my God, y'all guys ever play the game Silent Hill?
Yeah.
You seen the movies too?
I have.
It's gonna remind me of that scene, yo. Yeah, fucking that bell that goes off when one of the motherfuckers is around. Oh, that was creepy.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on the show? On everything that was going on in that show?
I've said this before. I say it again. Art mimics life, and life mimics art. So if they saying it to you and they introducing the information to you, then there's a good chance it's gonna happen or is happening. Even if it's not happening here, it could be happening somewhere else right in this timeline. That what they do in real life they use for entertainment, and what they find in entertainment they use as inspiration for real life. So why people seem to think that that's crazy to suggest is beyond me because it works. You know, this is how you indoctrinate your kids into certain things by introducing stupid animals and just look when you can prove that a child's IQ decreases by going to schools, whether they're public or private, there's a problem. That's all I'm saying. So if the animals see that there's a problem and we see the animals have a problem and we not following them, think for yourself. Just think for yourself.
I think your mic is off.
It's still on. It's still beeping. But what we need to do is just stay taking place and let it just consume us all. You know, yeah, stay for yourselves, guys. Get the fuck out. If this is what's going on, and it's a possibility, right now would be a good time to take a trip. You know what I'm saying? Go visit a friend or a family member somewhere far away because that's just gonna do nothing but cause mass destruction and chaos. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I guess nobody else answered the question. You know what I'm saying?
I keep going back to the animals and shit, schools and stuff. So you know, I'm gonna answer the question. I answered the question.
Nah,
I
yeah,
did answer it.
Yeah, no, I answered. I said art mimics life and life mimics art. That show is real. That show's real. I'm for real. Check out Blind Spot. Think I'm bullshitting you. Watch some of that stuff. A lot of the things that have happened in the first season have already happened in our real life. That's why I'm saying life mimics art, bro. I'm telling you, it's all a plan.
I'm done. I swear, bro. Motherfucker right here, bro.
yeah. It's the alcohol and the
And it's on, so you know.
weeds.
Yeah, no, it's just.
Yeah, so
personally, right?
I feel like right now we're going through these UFO drone wars and what's going on around the world if you really think about it and watch what's happening. And it seemed like a couple of these things happened in an increment of 5 years. So 2020, they speak on the drones having weapons and all this other stuff. 5 years later, we are in a war right now where they're using drones with weapons. When we talk about the viruses that they tried to put out there, the pandemic did happen right after though. You know, so that one was like less than 5 years, but it wasn't what they said. Like there was a point in time before 2020 where Ebola was a big thing on the news and people were catching it at some point. Then I don't know where it disappeared. Nobody heard about it no more. You know, so if I'm not mistaken, that was about 5 years before 2020. So it was like an increment of 5 years still, but it was just 5 years before. But I got to look back at it and just to know for sure. It's possible. I mean, it could have been a distraction. It could have been a smoke screen for anything, you know what I'm saying? But it's possible that they're actually setting out 5-year plans. Like they're gathering together and making 5-year plans every time they do so, if that makes sense. So like if you watch a movie, pay attention closely and think, did that happen 5 years ago? Or is that going to happen 5 years from now? Then when that happens, think back of the movie that you thought about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's interesting. It's something interesting to think about. Like, are they working in 5-year increments? You know, making 5-year plans. You know what I mean? So, that's basically it. And
Yo, I gotta admit, I never like, I always look, like I said, I look at art as life and so on and so on, but I never thought to look at it the way you describe it. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's applying, whether it was 5 years behind or five forward, because now everything that I watch, I'm gonna start looking at that timeline.
yeah, I could be
Um,
wrong though.
no, 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 it makes sense. Even if you have to go back 100 years or 200 years, like if you know your real history, you know the real facts about the way things are supposed to work and whatever else, you start to put things together differently. Um, yeah, I was actually thinking I got to talk to you guys about this idea, work this out with y'all. But the most important symbol that's ever been introduced to man that nobody is taught about at all in school or anywhere else, not even in church, and this thing predates the churches, is the flower of life.
Okay.
And
The flower of God.
yes, the symbol that unlocks the entire universe. And it's like, how can y'all believe for an instance that they don't already possess this knowledge? If somebody is capable of literally controlling the fabrics of reality, there's nothing to hold them. So if you don't believe that it's a spiritual war, you don't believe that there's, good, bad, God, devil, angels, this, whatever. Okay, fine, don't. But know that there is something. And if you don't want to call it those things, then don't. But it's there's some realness behind it, and I really feel like these things, these physical things, like these drones, these viruses and everything, it's also in service of demons, of beings that require sacrifice for power. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, it used to be the Greek gods, Zeus and all of them. They needed what? They needed blood sacrifices. They needed food sacrifices. They needed this and that. Why? If y'all are all omnipotent and don't need nothing from nobody because you're all powerful and should be feared, why do you need these things? It's because you're like us. You need to eat too.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's just they just have the technology and the knowledge, and they pass it down, and it's inherited. And then those who are of a certain bloodline fit a certain category, and then if they can unlock their potential and figure out the puzzles, because they're yo, if you look at a lot of structures that are around, and I think this is probably in the show at some point, because like there's certain structures that there'll be symbols, or there's like certain secret passages, whatever the case may be, and we overlook them every day because we don't think twice about it. But somebody who's in that, like Illuminati, or somebody who understands masonry, whatever, will be like, yo, that looks off. That's not supposed to be like that. And they figure it out. Those are the kinds of people that get nominated or elected in, but they're still low level, in my opinion, anyway. So these shows with these all these things, yes, these things are happening. These things can happen, will happen, or do happen. I believe that it goes back to ritualistic things for demons, and I believe it's indoctrinations type ceremonies. That's my complete summation of everything that I feel about the show and shows going forward.
Yeah, nah, that's dope. That's dope. That's definitely dope. So that's all the time we got, you guys. This was a great conversation, a great show once again, like we always do for y'all, but y'all be hating. So, just a shout out to all those that are subscribed, that do watch the videos, that do like the videos. They know that we like to hold challenges sometimes where we give out money. So that's only for those that subscribe and do what they do, you know what I'm saying? And we will always look out for y'all the way y'all look out for us. That is those that subscribe. So if you aren't a subscriber, make sure you go to A60-S Blunt Truth. That's A60-S Blunt Truth on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the above, support us so we can help give back to y'all and we can grow this community. And also know that the end of times, or what people like to call it the end of times, or shit is about to hit the fan and we all need to stick together. You know what I'm saying? And we are definitely trying to grow in all areas, if you guys know what I mean. So with that being said, I am Roman Christopher, your moderator / instigator. And that is your master debater. Never been a hater. Like,
That's right.
that's
Hey,
the old man with the cold pillow. Rozelle the educator.
he's on the cool side.
We love y'all, man. We out of here.
Deuces.
It's your boy Yaiko. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and comment below. This is A60's Blunt Truth. We out.